Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy M.K.S here, back here with another one of my Italian footy videos. I've got my Italian scarf, which my sister's got me. I think it was for Christmas, or was it my birthday? I can't quite remember. One of them, either my birthday or Christmas. But anyway, this is another one of my football videos. As I say, Salernitana, for those who don't know, is a football team. I believe in Sicily or near Sicily, but I'm not 100% an expert. But I am a big fan of Italian football. Normally, I don't follow the domestic game so much. I normally follow Italian teams when they play in Europe, like in the Champions League and things like that, and also the national team. So anyway, I wanted to talk about some of my ideas and ideal and dreams for Salernitana, for Salernitana Saturdays. On Facebook, I covered Sassuolo. Anyway, yeah. So here goes. So number one, I dream for all possible companies, especially those that begin with S, because of my alliterations or my patterns, which include alliterations or use of alliterations. Yeah, to co-own either Sampdoria, Salernitana, or Sassuolo, and yeah, so as many companies or even countries, or entire places, or even entire countries that begin with S, to invest, like if they have sovereign wealth funds, like maybe Sweden, Switzerland, or else we had their own sovereign wealth fund. Number two, sorry for being a bit lazy and not finding out the facts about Salernitana. I'm trying not to get them mixed up now. So Salernitana, not getting them mixed up with Sassuolo. But I didn't find out many facts, but of course people can check on Google. And if I don't feel too lazy later, I might, if I get a chance and I remember to do so, I might copy and paste from Google and type in the comment section any facts or figures or statistics about the team. But I'd love for Salernitana fans to post any comments, any facts or figures or information about the team. And as ever, all posts are welcome. Hopefully they'll be positive ones. I'd love to, on my last video that I made on Facebook for tonight, I mentioned that was part 4 for Sassuolo, and I mentioned how I'd love for people to post positive comments, stories and news and quotes, ideas and whatever else. So yeah, I'd really welcome those sorts of things from any source, like if they're religious or if they're just general positive things that you've picked up or read somewhere or someone came up with. Anywho, moving on. Number 3, again, I would love for companies that begin with S, or maybe even, probably not the best time to say this, but maybe even Silicon Valley. I know the Silicon Valley Bank apparently went bankrupt, or I was going to say went bankrupt or whatnot. I mean, some people probably blame being woke or diversity culture or whatever, but I'm not sure why. But anyway, apparently they went bankrupt, which I find quite strange considering how big tech is nowadays. But I'm sure there's still a lot of money involved in the tech sector. But I'd love for sovereign wealth funds, private equity companies, hedge funds, and all sorts to invest in Italian teams like Salernitana, as well as Celtic. I know they're not an Italian team, but as well as Celtic. I hope that made sense. Number 4, once some invest, I hope more will be interested in investing. Again, I covered some similar ideas for other teams like Sampdoria or Sassuolo on my Facebook. So I am trying to keep it a little bit different in case people watch that, and I hope they'll still watch this. And I always welcome and appreciate likes and comments and views for my channel and all that, helping me out, to help me and others. In this case, it would be helping Italian football. If these videos ever do become monetized, ones I cover, whatever topic I cover, if I can, I'll donate as much as I can towards that group. So in this case, for instance, if these become monetized, assuming I have enough to live on, I would donate the money from these videos to, in this case, Salernitana. I hope that made sense. So if Salernitana fans watch this and help me to monetize, and this video makes money, I'll do my best to donate that money to Salernitana, unless I really needed the money. Number 5, and I'm not that materialistic personally, so I would love to donate to things like Italian football and Celtic as well. And again, I'd love to read comments from Salernitana fans. Maybe some Salernitana fans can make response videos where you talk about your thoughts or ideas. But I'd love to read and listen to perhaps your ideas, goals, dreams, and whatnot for Salernitana. I think it would be cool to have 5-10 year plans, and investors, sponsors, and people who have any equity or shares in the club. I think it'd be cool if they connected with the fans and everyone involved in the club, like the co-owners, anyone who has any shares in the club, equity, any investment or sponsorship, again, sponsors the club, or the manager, the coaching staff, the youth development teams, and the players themselves. I think should connect with the community, and it would be great if they met with fans, especially young fans, signed shirts and kits and things like that, gave some kits away to local children in Salerno. I believe the area is called Salerno, if I'm not mistaken. Again, one of the things I forgot to say actually in I think it was the intro or in point number one is I would love for Salernitana fans to say like to type in Salernitana and in brackets how you pronounce it properly. So if I do butcher the pronunciation, please forgive me. I only support Italy for football, as I often say. But yeah, so I think it'd be cool if they connected, everyone involved in the club connected together and talked about their plans for the future. So investors talked about what they hope to achieve within the next 5 to 10 years for the club and things like that, their goals and dreams, and how the fans can connect and say what they want to achieve. So the investors and sponsors and whatnot, as well as the manager and the coaching staff and whatnot, could talk about how they hope to help the fans, excuse me, to achieve such. Also, I think it'd be cool if players in Italy went to, as well as like Celtic, went to talk in schools to talk to children about staying out of trouble with the law, not smoking or drinking or taking drugs or getting involved in any crime or staying out of trouble. And maybe as a reward for staying out of trouble, schools could reward young children with in Salerno or for Italian teams for all over Italy. And Celtic could do similar in Glasgow or across Scotland. Um, Reward them by giving them chances to play football. Number six, I dream that sponsors will invest in like or donate like maybe even companies could donate like places and spaces for sport. Maybe they could donate pitches and things like that, and also like um, there could be certain products like say Seven Up or Sprite or companies like that, or drinks like that, which could be especially made in the colours of Salernitana, and um, maybe they could even have information written on the products, like on cans or bottles or whatever else is sold on behalf of Salernitana, and on the merchandise, which gives facts and information about the club. So it helps to promote information about the club, so more and more people can find out about Salernitana. And also, they could donate like 10% off their products. So, for instance, if there's certain Sprite that's made specifically, I'm not saying all Sprite drinks sold, but there could be um, special bottles or cans where if people buy them, they donate 10% towards or whatever the number whatever amount they feel is they're comfortable to do. Obviously, it would be up to them whether they want to do it or not, but they could donate that as part of their PR or whatever. And maybe Salernitana fans could reward or would be more willing to buy products like that, which would donate 10% to the company, to the club, so they could invest in football academies and things like that. Hope that made sense. Again, I'd love to read your questions if you misunderstand anything I say or anything like that. Or any questions you have or any comments or queries generally, I would love to read them and do my best to reply. Number seven, as ever, I'd love for them to have a partnership with Celtic and train together so they can help each other to reach their full potential together. Number eight, again, I hope that all those involved in the club will connect and maybe talk about how Salernitana can do good things with football for good, how Salernitana can work with FIFA and UEFA, and especially the FIFA Foundation, UEFA Foundation, and charities and NGOs generally to make the world a better place and spread positive vibes. Number nine, I hope that there'll be lots of poetry, art, writing, choreography, and local businesses donating to the club as well. Poetry, art, writing, and all sorts of things like choreography for or about the club, and also local businesses to donate to the club. And again, in things like academies, and talk about the 5 to 10 year plans and stuff like that. And number 10, as part of 5 to 10 year plans, I think it's important to develop the youth. So I hope that Salernitana, as well as other Italian teams, for the benefit of both themselves and the national team, will develop young players as well, and they can buy overseas players as well. I'm not saying they shouldn't buy overseas players, but I think they should have a mix between overseas players and local Italian players or national Italian players, Italian nationals qualified to play for Italy, and also older players, more experience, and also younger players. And as ever, I would love to read your comments, and I am out. Peace and love.